we're going to watch some rain potential for this weekend. This morning, we got a lot of cloud cover out there. Not a ton of rain for today. We really just have a chance for a couple of sprinkles, mainly through the morning hours. But rain does return as we get into the weekend. And we really do need the rain. We, so far for Hopkins, are running almost 6 inches below average just since August 1st. We've had very little rain to speak of since the beginning of August, and we do have drought conditions for most of the viewing area, so we need a little bit of rain. We're not necessarily going to get it today, just a couple sprinkles, nothing that's really going to add up by any means. Into the weekend, though, we're going to track our next system moving in, and that could bring us some good rainfall potentially, especially into Sunday. And then through early next week, we're still going to keep at least some potential for rain around, and that could really add up through the first part of next week. Some of us could pick up at least an inch of rain with some of these models, which would be very beneficial for drought concerns, not so much for your weekend plans, though. There's still a chance some of the timing and intensity could change with that. We're still watching this weekend system. It's well off to our southwest, so it's still going to take a few days to really track across the country. In the meantime, out there this morning, we got a front moving through. Clouds with that, plenty of cloud cover. In fact, we've been watching a lot of these showers that have been trying to push our way through the morning. They're more abundant back into Michigan. Really not having a lot of luck reaching the surface, though. A lot of reporting stations back towards Michigan only picking up a trace to a couple hundredths of an inch, and that's really been about it. So even though we got plenty of cloud cover, just a chance for a sprinkle is about all we're going to do for the morning. Maybe just enough that you need the windshield wipers. You don't need to break out all the rain gear just yet. National Design Right hour-by-hour forecast will show plenty of cloud cover through at least the first part of the day. Temperatures are going to be struggling. We'll top out close to 60 through the early afternoon hours. We will try to get a little more sunshine into the picture, especially late in the day, hopefully before we get to sunset. And then as we get into the overnight hours, our temperatures are going to drop because skies will clear. We're going to be clear and cold for tonight, especially away from the lake shore. We'll keep a northerly breeze, so not too bad right along the water, but inland areas, many of them dropping back into the 30s, and that could mean some frost concerns. We do have frost advisories that are going to be in place tonight through early tomorrow morning, especially for some of those easternmost counties. So if you still have any plants, tender vegetation, do what you can to protect those before tonight. After that chilly start for tomorrow morning, we do have some improvement as we go through the day. A lot of sunshine will be the case for us. Temperatures in the upper 50s, close to 60 for our highs during the afternoon. Not a bad day, just a little on the cool side. So sunshine is with us for Thursday. We'll build back a little bit of cloud cover for Friday and into Saturday. Saturday, we have just a chance for a stray shower out there. The bulk of the activity is still off to our west. That's going to be heading our way as we get into Sunday and pick up some moisture from the Gulf is the general idea with this. And that would give us a nice flow of water and some good rain as we head into Sunday. So that's the day that we're really going to watch with that Union Home Mortgage forecast. Temperatures top out in the 70s on Saturday. Front moves in on Sunday with a good deal of rain potential that could include some soggy conditions for the Browns game. Again, we're going to watch that forecast very closely. If you do have any outdoor plans for that day, maybe have that backup plan in mind just in case. Front that moves through is going to drop our temperatures back into the lower 60s and even some upper 50s into much of next week. We do still keep a few chances for some additional rain as we go through next week.
By Friday morning, someplace it's going to be in the mid-30s. I don't know if I'm ready for that just yet. But, you know, it does put you in the fall mood. So we're going to talk about that because we do have that temperature tumble going to go back down into the 60s the second half of this week. And yes, there is that weekend rain to talk about. But I want to start off with everything you need to know about what's happening in your neighborhoods right now. Newark, definitely a little bit of fog there, bringing visibility down. A good thing about this map is I don't see any place that's under a mile. So just be cautious as you travel this morning. And as far as it goes for the bus stop forecast, we're going to be seeing as we go into the lunch hour, there's a little bit more clouds. I know it's showing the rain icon. I think in some spots as we have those clouds come in, there may be a few sprinkles, but most of us will stay dry today. I do want to put that out there. And as we look at the current temperatures, as you step out the door right now, a lot of 40s and 50s with the sun coming up and starting to warm us up. By this afternoon, we will be in the upper 60s to low 70s. So very similar to yesterday, just a tad bit cooler and more clouds that will be in our forecast. So just looking ahead, we go with another perfect forecast for 1st and 10. The Time Weather Impact team is 9-0 with no rain for the forecast, which is great news for us on Friday. just going to be a little bit on the cooler side, so you'll need those blankets as we go into the second half of all of our games. But let's walk through today's forecast, shall we? We will start off with this morning seeing more clouds come in. So what's happening is we have a storm system that's approaching, but this one's more of a drier system. They happen sometimes. You don't have that moisture that can really bring in lots of rain. But as you saw, there's a little bit of green here and there, so I wouldn't be surprised if some spots had a brief shower, brief sprinkle, and then it's out of here. You can see things really clear out for us as we go overnight tonight into Thursday, but as a result, that's also going to allow those overnight temperatures to drop down. Now, looking ahead, I want to talk about the weekend forecast because first off, we have a crew game. It's going to be a pretty warm day. This is a perfect forecast, very summer-like weather for us. I almost wish the Buckeyes were in town this weekend to have that game because what's going to happen is as we go into Sunday, there's some big changes arriving. So Saturday morning, though, I do want to point out we have a little system scooting its way to the north. So that would mainly bring rain from Cleveland to Pittsburgh to Erie. Maybe a little bit of light rain as we get into the morning hours on Saturday, but you can see this gets out of here pretty quickly. Most of the day, we will be mix of sun and clouds and very, very warm. I mean, we're looking at 80s for the forecast. By Sunday, though, our next storm system comes in. This one's going to pack quite the punch. We're going to get gusty winds. We're going to have heavy downpours at times, and this could last from morning all the way through the evening. So really not looking like a good day for the Columbus Marathon. I hate to say it, but prepare for some rain. And hopefully the thunderstorms stay away because we don't want to have it canceled because of that. But again, you have to keep an eye on those things. But just know this year it's just not looking good for the weather on Sunday. But for the rest of the forecast, though, as we go into the week, you can see how cold it gets. Again, Thursday, Friday morning, upper 30s to low 40s. Friday morning, I think we'll see some mid 30s in some spots in the more of our rural locations of central Ohio. That should mean some patchy frost is possible. Saturday, though, it'll all be melting. And then Sunday, we go back down with temperatures starting off the new work week, dry and on the cooler side of things.
All right, good to see you again here. 7:43. It's a Wednesday morning. We're halfway through the week already. The weekend is in sight, and that's where our next big system is going to be. First, going to lead to a major warm-up, and then maybe some widespread rain. Speaking of some rain, we've got it coming down here in Toledo. Do you see it? Yeah, me neither, really. Maybe a few sprinkles, that's about it. The rain that's coming down, it's actually largely evaporating before it reaches the ground. That's why when you look at radar right now, it looks like it should be absolutely pouring, and it doesn't really quite match up with what radar is showing, does it? The most that we've seen across Hillsdale and Lenawee County has been some light shower reports, but hey, anything we can get at this point, we absolutely will. This is one of those days, if you get one of those light showers or sprinkles, your car's parked outside, the car's going to end up dirtier than before the shower came by because it's only going to rain a light little bit, and the dust that comes down with that rain, yep, just deposits right on your car. How nice, huh? Yeah, looking at it here, we've got that obvious severe and extreme drought that has developed across northwest Ohio, and that dry air is eating away at this rain as it's dropping south. So weather impacts, just a few sprinkles or potential light showers today. The end of this week, Thursday, Friday are looking dry. And then this weekend, rain is back after a big warm up on Saturday. Latest data from overnight has timed out our system a little bit later for this weekend. So Saturday's looking like less rain, more heat. Sunday's looking like the day where we're going to have more of those rain showers, one of those crock pot kind of days. If you love one of those with football on TV, yeah, that's what you've been waiting for, right? Let's check it out, our hour-by-hour forecast. The southwest wind that develops on Saturday gets things roaring when it comes to the heat. Could be close to 80 degrees on Saturday. Cold front comes through, widespread showers likely here Sunday. It's not going to completely break the drought, but at this point, many places have gone another week without any rain. We'll take it, right? There's that day that stands out unlike any other on this 10-day forecast. Saturday showing a high near 80 degrees. Rest of your extended forecast says there's no major cold shots of cold here through the middle of October. Highs are largely at or even a couple of degrees above average for much of next week.